Chapter 1 Introduction.
Hello everyone, the Orion podcast is finally here, and this is Atish Sorokhaibam, the founder of Orion Writing Studios. As you guys already know, we in Orion are working together to bring forth India's first ever light novel. But before we get into that, I thought, what if we explained it to you guys what a light novel actually is? Because we know that a lot of our viewers still don't know about light novel. So, in order to do that, I called up five of my genius amazing light novel authors who have been killing this writing game for a long time and asked them, would you please come about and explain it to my viewers what a light novel is? And they said yes. So, let's move on and meet these five of my amazing author friends who are going to explain it to you what a light novel is.
Hey everyone, the Orion Podcast episode 1 is finally here, and with me today I have four amazing original English light novel authors who have been killing this writing game for a long time. And guys, thank you so much that you said yes when I called you out of nowhere and said that I want to do a podcast with you guys. So hats off to you guys. And also, before we start the introduction, I want to say one of the authors couldn't make it tonight due to some medical issues. His name is Itsuki Meribito, and he'll be here next time. So moving on, guys, how do you feel to be here with us tonight? Like,
I feel very. Your invitation actually just struck me in my heart. I'm like super emotional right now. You don't even know.
Really honored that we're here, Atish. So totally thankful that this opportunity happened.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I just want to say, it's night for you, but I'm sitting here bright and earliest hell on this side. So, regardless of the fact, it is an honor to be here. I appreciate you for having me.
yeah, the honor is mine, guys. The honor is mine. That you guys said yes when I called you up. So yeah, moving on. These were the four amazing authors that you just heard. Like they might not sound like that, but trust me, their works are amazing. So moving on, we're gonna do the introduction. So it would be much better if they did it themselves. So let's start with Gio Kurenai.
All right. So hi, my name is Gio Kurenai. So my name is actually a literal Japanese translation of my real name. Won't say that, but Kurenai in Japanese means crimson if you translate it to English. So my last name means crimson in another language, not Japanese. So I'm the author of Parable of the Renegades. I have a cover art posted right here. I'm also one of the oldest serving members of Honeyfeed. That's the website that all of us publish our works in. I'm one of the oldest serving members. I've been around since its beta days back in 2016, and I'm still publishing new content today. So my novel, Parable of the Renegades, is based on my favorite shonen battle manga, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or Hunter x Hunter, to name a couple of them, among the many I take inspiration from. So, as part of my homage to them, my novel's universe has its own power system, like Hunter x Hunter's Nen or JoJo's stands, so something like that. The story is about a high school student named Lucas Thorne. He's the guy in the picture who appears to be tangled by thorny vines. Don't take it literally. That's actually there's a symbolic meaning behind it. And so he's a high school student who seeks adventure, like the typical shonen protagonist. But he's also cautious enough to know that going on an adventure is like a risky thing. It's risky, and it's also he might regret it, and that's even made more apparent because in his world there's a rare subspecies of humans called renegades. So these are people who have evolved humans who have superpowers, but they don't work in a conventional way. I'll just leave it at that. And early in the story, he encounters a female assassin. He accidentally encounters a female assassin named Rio Kyodera. She's the girl in the picture with a kimono, long midnight blue hair, and wielding a katana in in a menacing manner, and she has this policy where she's as an assassin, she kills people. She can be hired to kill anyone around the world, and she has a policy that any witnesses to her on the job will be killed without question, even if it was by accident. So, in the story, Lucas lets his curiosity get the better of him for once, and he ends up witnessing Rio in the middle of a job. And because of this causes a chase and a bit of a scuffle between the two. But at the end of it, Rio chooses to spare Lucas because of a certain quality that he possesses. So in exchange for sparing Lucas, Rio blackmails him to take over her assignment. And this assignment is that she has 7 renegades located all around the world, like different countries around the world. And she's supposed to be assassinating them, but she decides to give that job to Lucas instead, in exchange for sparing his life right there and then. Now, so this is the story of Lucas traveling to different countries, experiencing different cultures, meeting different people on his way to fulfill the contract Rio gave him, because there are consequences should he refuse. So that's the general idea about it. I'm hoping this story can I'll be able to execute what I want for this story, which would be character development, witty dialogue, and nice prose to read when reading a novel.
Okay, so guys, that was Gio Kurenai. Thanks, Gio, for your amazing introduction. Now, moving on, next in a rooster, we have Ehanso. So, Ehanso, you may begin.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Ehanso, or you can call me by my pen name, Ricardo Smith. Either one works out just fine. The name of my story is Age of Ember. That's actually, the name has a really big role to play within the story, but I'm going to go ahead and let you figure that out. I want to focus more so talking about the main character. So the main character for my story, his name is Odrian. And Odrian is not your typical manga or anime character. He's just living life in the moment. He's not super motivated or anything like that. He's just going with the flow of everything. But soon happens in the story, events go down after event after event, and it changes his whole perspective and changes the man that he currently is into someone else that he has to be. So I would like for you guys to follow him along that journey and see who he develops into and how the world around him changes in the lights of the Age of Ember.
That was Ehanso. Ehanso, thank you for your introduction. And I hope you guys give a read to the story. So moving on, we got Jay.
So guys, my name is Jay. It's not the literal translation of my real name. It's also not the letter. It's also not my pen name. Well, it's actually my pen name, but it's a shorter version of my actual name. The first 3 letters of it, actually. So growing up, it's one of those stories. I didn't actually like novels and shit like that. I actually started reading because of school. I had to read 6 books by the end of 2 years, but being a procrastinator, I only read 2 of them, but still actually scoring really well for the subject, not gonna lie. So my English teacher might be seeing this right now, so hi, hello. I was born in the Philippines, and then I moved to the Netherlands and stayed there for 7 years, and I live in Norway. Hey. How that is relevant is because of my story. My story's name is called Another Story. Cliche, huh? I know. How is it relevant? Because in my story, there's it's an isekai story. It's about Aura, that's his name. And he used to live in the Netherlands before he died. And how in the story as well, there are some mythology apparent. And Aura, our protagonist, he remembers everything, including his past life. It's kind of his OP kind of power I've given him. But he doesn't want that, because having died a miserable death, he tries to move on in this world. He has been raised by his adoptive mother called May. And, in this world, when he turned 16, he got the power of manipulating a certain energy called mana. They manipulate this through incantations and other rituals. And as per tradition, they go to the school of mana in the city of Dirya to learn like whatnot. He encounters interesting characters and will go through dangerous missions, but also trying hard to move on from his past life. This story leans more into the inner conflicts of Aura and the people around him, rather than action and the typical OP kind of stuff that you would encounter in isekai stories. This means that the story goes deep into the individual problems rather than the macro of the story. So yeah, Atish, I'm gonna allow you to speak now. That's for me. Thank you.
Moving on, guys, we have Cosmo Griffin, amazing little sister, and she's gonna give her introduction. So yeah, Cosmo Griffin, go on.
Greetings, aliens, humans, mortals, immortals alike. My name is Cosmo Griffin. I am but a merry teenager, and I am Atish's little sister. After sobering up a bit, I decided to get serious right now, and I'm gonna explain how I got into writing and what I'm writing. So I got into writing since as long as I can remember. Since I think first grade. In my new school, my teacher had asked me, what do you want to become? And I just said writer. And she was glad. And since then, my goals haven't changed much. I've tried multiple areas which involved writing. I've written debates for students. I've written interviews for teachers and on guest of honor interactions. I've been in school newsletters and magazines. I've tried my hand at poetry, and now I'm finally writing the story that I want to. And my story is called Girls of St. Adeline, which is about two girls, Diana and Apolline, where Apolline is the new girl and Diana is an old student and an athlete. Apolline and Diana are a set of girls in a convent boarding school, only for girls, and they go on adventures and they live in a school of secrets. And suddenly, the old principal dies, which brings a new authority, and the students have to sneak about to live and enjoy their normal high school life. Among which Diana and Apolline have to find where they stand. And yeah, that is the small summary of my book. Take over, Atish.
Well, thank you. But yeah, aliens, immortals, and anyone, if you're watching this, we support you guys. So yeah, just press the like button, subscribe, and yeah, comment and share, please. So yeah, moving on.
Don't forget to click the bell notification icon down below to get all the latest news about Orion Writing Studios. Thank you.
Thanks for doing that, Jay. I appreciate it. So yeah, anyways, I guess it's my turn now. But come on, I know you guys know about me already. I'm Atish, author of Avalon, and yeah, it's going to be India's first ever light novel that's going to get published. It's going to come around mid-August or late August. I'm not so sure yet. But yeah, so it's a dystopian genre, and the story revolves around when India gets conquered by a nation called Avalon in the year 2011. So there's going to be 7 protagonists who are going to be there, and they're going to take back the country. And it's going to have some dark stuff. It's going to be a dark genre with protagonist being an anti-protagonist, a dark protagonist, a bit of evil. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. If you want to know more, you can just go on to our first video and watch it. So guys, like you just heard, everyone talk about their own stories, and I know a lot of you would be really interested to read it. So the links are in the description below. Go there, read it, like it, comment on it. We authors love when people read our work and give us their true reviews. And moving on, next time on Orion podcast, we will talk about what is a light novel and what is an original English light novel and where to read them and publish them. So meet you next time. Jane.
So, everyone, it was nice meeting you all. We'll see you in the next episode where we'll explain what a light novel and an original light novel is. Until then, see you next time. Hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the post bell notifications so that you're updated